Welcome to Set and Forget Traders, where precision meets patience. This isn't guesswork, it's strategy, structure, and the smart money's roadmap. If you're tired of chasing trades, strap in. We'll show you how to trade like the banks and not against them. If the market noise has been costing you money and peace of mind, you are in the right place. Hit the subscribe button. This is where structure meets mastery. Hapa kuna kuanguka, hapa tunawasuka, tunawafata. Welcome to AUDUSD, and this is the last day of the month of July. It has been the very good month. Let's see how the month was trading. All right, let's try and see how the month looked like. Yeah, this is the last month of July, and that's the monthly candle for you. All right, this is how the month of July looked like. The sellers were the US dollar has engulfed the previous month of June price action. Yeah, and what you're seeing right now, don't copy this trade until you understand why we're taking them. We already had our first sell and we took out our partials because our work is not to just be here present and celebrate price, but you're here to make profit. So the weekly candle is a very big engulfing candle. It has engulfed the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, the previous 5 weeks, even more than 5, maybe let's say 10. Because from here, right from the first touch of the day, was 14. The last 14 weeks are currently engulfed by this week's price action. Anybody went out 14 weeks ago, the daily candle looks this way, how the week has been. Yeah, and you can so let's start analysis from the demand chart. It's interesting to see that after the buyers took out their profits, the profits last week. The proximal line of the demand zone 0.66131 and 0.66287 being the dasher line of the demand zone. After they took their profits, this was on 24th of the month of July, and that was on a Thursday. So on Thursday, Friday, price closed at that level. How many? 0.65642, around that area. So briefly, on Monday this week, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday, at the current price, you see sellers are really pushing hard for a fall in price, all right? And even at the current moment, they're really pushing for a closing price. So the green line is the pivot supply zone. All right, the green line is the pivot demand. So there are no buyers here. That's why on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where there was interest rates of United States of America, it's interesting to see that the daily candle closed at proximal line of the demand zone, irregardless. All right, irregardless of all this mayhem, the demand zone made sure the price doesn't go beyond it yesterday, even regardless of the interest rates. And the daily candle today had started with a very bullish momentum right at the entry. Started with a very big bullish momentum. So the sellers saw the buyers are really aggressive at this area, and that's why the daily candle is trying to end bearish, because the buyers have been engulfed. So let's take into action. We are trying to encourage buyers to push with the agenda of buying. So where should they first take their profits? They should first take their profits of this proximal at the pivot, demand, which is at 0.648, 0.64868. That should be the take profit one, because if price goes below it, closes below it, that means buyers are not eligible to take profit. All right, and the next take profit was where the buyers really took profit at. So price has been falling, and trust me, if sellers are going to push this, they have been allowed to push this price up to this first take profit. So buyers, you don't have a chance if sellers engulf the demand zone and get away outside the demand zone. So the price will fall up to up to around that area. All right, this is 0.63055. all right, align your orders with that, and the next buyers will be having a chill at the next take profit 2. Take profit 2 will be there. So this is just get this right. On the weekend we will show you everything and telling